Be seated. The hand of the Lord came upon me and took me to the valley, and there were bones all over. And the bones were very dry. And the Lord said to me, Mortal, can these bones live? And I said, Are you kidding me? These bones are dry. There's no life in them. There's no flesh, no sinew, no blood, no breath. Might be able to grind them up, make some compost. Have lots of calcium in them. When I think about the miraculous in the context of the modern world, of all our science and what have you, I tend to think about, well, you have the ill person with the unexplained recovery. I've heard stories about somebody on their deathbed saying, I will not die until this flower blooms, and the flower blooms even though it's not in season, they die. This may be the urge to not board the airplane before it goes ahead and crashes. Don't tend to think about something quite so spectacular as a valley full of bones rising up and taking on the breath of life. But God has the power. God is the creator of all that is seen and unseen. And He has the power. He has the oomph. And when the Spirit invades into this mortal world, this world of things and flesh, then the remarkable can occur. And I think, wow. And I think, all right, where are you? Where are you, God? Why are you not healing this illness? Why are you not raising up this loved one? And it's not just the old who die, it's not just those in battle, but the very young. Sometimes infants, sometimes even a lost pregnancy. We all know this isn't news for us. But we are all mortal. And there is nothing in this world that is so sacred, that is so holy, that it is not subject to the destruction. When you think about that, perhaps that's another lesson that we had this morning. Where was Ezekiel? Where was he when he was taken up by the Lord? You remember? He was in Babylon. He was in Babylon because he was one of the exiles that had been taken there by the Babylonians. Now you had Israel, had this nice kingdom. David is great, Solomon's great. Build a temple to the Lord God. And then the northern kingdom was taken away and destroyed by the Assyrians. And then the southern kingdom, Judah, was taken by the Babylonians. And eventually the temple destroyed there. You talk about sacred. Is there anything more sacred than the temple of the Lord God? And yet it too is subject to destruction. Well, yes, there actually is. That which is more sacred than the temple. Every one of us is a creation of God, with the breath of God, with the Spirit of God within us. And every one of us is subject to mortality, and subject to loss, and to pain, to suffering, broken relationships. We have a limited time on this planet. We say, still got a little bit of Lent left, that now is the time to pursue God, to pursue the kingdom. Now is the time to build the virtues, to suppress the vices that we all have. Now is the time to pursue God. Now is the time to seek the things of the kingdom. Ezekiel's there in front of the valley, and the Lord God moves, and the Spirit moves, and the power of God moves, and brings this entire multitude of bones to their feet, and places flesh on them and sinew, and the breath of God into them. But this is not the resurrection. Jesus calls into the tomb. He says, Lazarus, come out. Lazarus gets out, walks out. And this is not the resurrection. Where's Lazarus now? Now, we don't have the explicit statement, but Lazarus, as far as we know, has gone ahead and died again. And the bones laid back down into their valley. This is not the resurrection. And what are we talking about here? I think the hint was in last week's lesson. Last week's lesson, if you remember, there's a man born blind from birth, and Jesus heals him. And throughout that lesson, there are parallels between the real physical blindness of the man and the spiritual blindness that he suffered from. At the end of it, Jesus says to the Pharisees, if you were blind, you would have no fault, but because you say we see, your sin remains. And throughout the lesson, the man's vision of Jesus changes subtly. Well, maybe not subtly, but it changes. He says, first of all, he doesn't know who it was that healed him. And then he says he's a prophet. And he's confronted with Jesus. He calls him Sir, and then finally, Lord. And his spiritual vision, his eye of faith is opened up bit by bit as we go through the lesson. And this is not the healing. The healing is what is happening to his spirit. This is not the resurrection that we have today. The resurrection is what happens in a couple of weeks on Easter. The resurrection to life, glorious, the healing of all things. Where is the will of God? Well, he's biding his time. In the meantime, we have our tasks to do. Because the multitude in Ezekiel was raised up. And that points to the multitude that will also be raised up at the end. C.S. Lewis once said, a Christian never says goodbye. So it's not over. And he also said, there are no mere people. That everybody that you see, everybody that you meet is potentially a glorious creature of heaven, raised by God. And that's all of us. There are no throwaway people in this world. There are no people that we don't have to deal with eventually. That I'm here as a guest. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. My normal congregation is St. Alban's up in Arcata. St. Alban's and the Dean send their greetings to you. I could be called away to a different county for a new job next week. Perhaps you never see me again in this life. But I am someone that you'll have to deal with for eternity. I hope. There are no throwaway people. But at the same time, these are relationships that we have to enjoy. And Jesus said, whenever 2 or 3 are gathered together in one place, then I am among them. And this is what we do here and now and today, that we tie these vines between us. We build this church, the church which is made up of the people which are the body of Christ. It's not just a building. It's a community, a holy community, called by the Spirit, brought together, and bound to each other in love. So thank you for having me here this morning. Thank you for gathering. Thank you for building this church. And thank you for being a part of this whole community. I was talking about mortality. And the mortality is a reality. Everybody that we know of dies. There might be a couple of exceptions. Enoch, Elijah. But we belong to the one who was slain. the one who was hung on a cross outside the city, the one who was rejected, and the one who rose